This video demonstrates how to build and install your Python application using setup tools. First, let me select a project. So I am going to clone this project. So what I am going to do is I am planning to install this program regservice, this Python program using setup tools. So let me clone this. Let me create a directory. Then clone that program. So here we can see that project directory. So inside that project directory you can see a couple of files. So let me create a virtual environment. So I am going to install this program inside a virtual environment. So let me create a virtual environment named my env. So you can see that virtual environment here. So let me activate that environment. So that environment is activated. Okay, let me deactivate and activate again. Okay, the environment is activated. Let me go to the project directory. Here we can see couple of files, setup.cfg file and setup.py file, because this project is already configured to install using setup tools. So let me remove those files. So I will do it from the scratch. So I remove those files. So let me plus cd testing. I am opened new tab. So let me activate virtual environment in this tab also. Let me open Python terminal here and try to import that program. So as you can see that no module name regservice, because I haven't installed that package yet. So that's what we are getting, this error, no module error. Okay, so let me go to the first tab. Here if you type python setup.py install, you will get an error, no such file setup.py, because that file is not here. So let me create a one md file. So I created one md setup.py file and let me run that setup.py install. So right now it's working, but it's not showing anything, because that means it's not doing anything. So we need to put some code inside that setup.py. So what code? We need to import setup tools module, and we need to invoke setup method. So that is, we need to put these codes. So what this is doing, it importing setup tool module, then invoking the setup method. Let me save that. And let me run this python setup.py install. So at this time we can see lot of things running, install, lot of things you can see here. And if you do ls, you can see that it's also created a couple of new directories, build, dist, then unknown, egg info. Then you can also see that this command install this package inside this directory my nvlib python 2.5 site packages unknown. So it picked the default name and unknown because I haven't given any name for this package, so that's why it's took unknown. So let me also check what contains inside this build directory ls build. So you can see inside that ls build you can see one directory here. Inside that there is nothing inside. Similarly inside dist unknown there is nothing inside that. So that command is working but it's not installed that package, because we can test that. Go to python console and try to import regservice. So we are getting no module again, not regservice. You can also try this because it's installed that package with this name, right? Unknown. So we can try import unknown. So it's not working. So what we have to do is we have to remove this. We need to remove this installed. One more thing, if you notice, scroll up, you can see this one line here, adding unknown to EC install path. So if you open this path file, you can see the name of that module. Here you can see the path of that egg file. So when we uninstall that, and we can use this command for uninstall, pip uninstall, then name of that package unknown. So that will ask for yes or no. Yes, that uninstalled the unknown package. So if you open this ec install path file, it's code removed. Okay, so let me edit that setup.py file and give one name for this package. For example, name is equal to regservice. Okay, that's a name, and let me save this file and run that install python setup.py install command. So this time if you notice, you can see that it took that name. So it's site packages regservice. So if you open that ec install path file, you can see that it took that name for that package. By default it taking the version at 0.0.0. I think we can, if we go to one sample, I will open one sample setup.py file. So I think you can give values like this: name for the package, version, a lot of things you can see, you can give. Okay, so in this case I given only the name. Okay, so let me check that build directory again. There is nothing, because actually this python setup.py install will first run setup.py build, then it's running install. That's what is happening in the background. So So it's showing that this package is installed here. So let me go to that file and check his account. Think we need to open one directory. In this way we can go now. Sorry, we can't go there. We can't do that because I am running in different machine. Okay, so I think you can open another terminal and go to that machine. Because I am using a virtual machine, and go to that folder and do ls, and you can see this regservice package here. So zip file tar minus gzip minus I think gzip okay, let me leave that. Let me so actually let me uninstall that one. I can try to install it again. Service think this is making the issue. Okay, and installed. Then we installed again. Let me check that is it installed properly or not. Import regservice. Getting error, no module name and just regservice. This is because we need to add one more line to the setup.py file. Let me uninstall this. Go to setup.py file, and here we need to add one more parameter, name packages is equal to something like this. We need to add packages is equal to setuptools.find packages. So we need this line, and save this. Okay, let me remove this build folders. So I removed all those things. So let me try. I told you the setup.py install first run setup.py build, right? Let me try that build. See the output of the build command, running build, creating this directory build. So if you run ls here, you can see the directory build. So these are the things that build command is doing. It's creating the build directory, then inside build directory lib.linux, this particular folder, then under that it's creating the package regservice, then it's copying this file py file to build build lib.linux package. Inside this packages, so it's copying all files, config run, then copying settings.py, init.py views, keystone.apis. So it's copying all these things from this folder to build lib.linux 8664 2.7 regservice folder. It's copying all those things there. So let me check that. If you go to ls build that folder, then you can see that service folder. If you do ls, you can see the same files. See ls regservice. So the same files, keystone.run.py, the same file copied from this reg folder to build folder. Okay, so that's what this build command is doing. It's building. So if you run this command again, it will not do that because that folder already created. So let me run install again. So if you run install, it will not do that build again. So it will skip that build because I already did that. Then it will just start the installation. See, and the package is here. Install the package. Let me check that here. Import regservice. Control Z and run, open the terminal again. Import regservice. See, right now it's got imported. That means it's installed. So we need, that means we need this packages attribute in the setup code. We need to, this is a minimum setup, we need the name and packages. Okay, then it will go install. Okay, let me remove this package. I go to remove. Let me try here. Control Z, import service, remove. Okay, let me remove all these folders. I removed all build folders and let me run. So if you go up, you can see when I run setup.py install, it started from install, right? Running install, because before this command I run build, that's why it's starting from install. So right now I removed all build folders and I am going to install the setup.py install. I'm going to run that. So let me scroll down or scroll up, and you can see that it's doing the build also, creating build. You can see it's doing that is setup.py install command, doing the same thing, creating the build directory and copying of files to build directory. But if we scroll up, see here that skip that step, the previous command here. So that is the difference. Okay, so let me go to here. So here one couple of other things are here. For example, if you run this command setup.py minus help minus commands, you can see the commands available for this setup.py. Here we can see a lot of things. We already tried this install. There is a lot of other things are there. We tried this install and build. Okay, so there is a lot of other things are there. sdist register. What is sdist? Create a source distribution tar zip file. So let me try that. setup.py sdist. So I think it's created a tar file. Where it's created a tar file. Creating tar archive. lsdist. Here you can see that the tar file. So that this command will do that. Python setup.py sdist. Then there is also a different lot of options are there. If you want to find the options of particular command, for example sdist, you can use sdist minus help. So that will show the options available for that particular commands. Okay, like is install setup.py install minus help. So it will show a lot of options available for that install. User, home, root. Those are the options of the install commands. Like build also, you will get help of build command, attribute, all those things. Okay. So you can try all those things. For example, Python setup.py build Phoenix. So that will do the documentation. Build Phoenix invalid command. Why? I don't know. Maybe something wrong. Python setup.py set test is also there. Running test. So you can see all those options with this command. If you go here, you can see the test extra commands test, then setup, sorted. Okay, you can see a lot of things like that. So there is one, this is this is a little bit important. Save ops. What is save ops is doing? Here you can see the save ops. Save ops applied the option to setup.cfg file or a other config file, because if you pass some, so if, for example, if you realize here there is no setup.cfg file, right? So suppose you are running one command by setup.py install, then in the install you are passing one option minus user, for example. Okay, and run that. Do ls. So that command is executed. Suppose you want to save this option minus minus user to somewhere, in that case we can use this parameter save ops. That what that will do is it will create a setup.cfg file and put that option there. So I run the command, we do ls upgraded. It's not working, so let me try this. Shoot wrong, right? So it's giving some error here, I think. Let me try this one. Develop setup.py develop. Okay, here you can see that it's writing setup.cfg file. So let me open that setup.cfg file. Here you can see that command develop and the options. So that is the use of that setup.cfg file. So that what that we can move all this command to the one configuration file. So we don't need to write all these options in the command line. We can put it in a configuration file. That's the use of setup.cfg file. So I will show one example of setup.cfg file. In order to use setup.cfg file, actually we can move. Right now I given this in setup.py file. I given this name is equal to regservice and package is equal to this thing, right? Actually we can move this name and packages to the setup.cfg file. So how to do that is just remove this and put this thing setup require is equal to pbr and pbr is equal to put this thing here and save this. So before that let me uninstall the package pip uninstall. So I uninstall that. So I uninstalled that and see here I removed that and put this thing. Then open setup.cfg file and remove all those things. Here you can add like, so let me open one cfg file. Here is the cfg file of Nova OpenStack Nova project. If you scroll up here you can see one metadata thing. Metadata, inside that metadata we can give a name like this. So this time I am going to give different name, reg news service. Okay, and save. So in setup.py I put this and I move that name attribute to cfg file. Okay, then I am going to run setup.py install. See, this time it's checking, it's installing the dependencies also, because in reg folder I showed you one requirement.txt file, right? So it automatically taking the dependencies from that file, it's installing that. So that's a benefit of using this line, passing this thing in the setup method, this pbr. Actually what is pbr? If you go to this link you will get the idea of what is pbr. Actually PBR, before that let me go, it's installing the dependencies. Actually the PBR is a library that injects some useful and sensible default behavior into your setup tools run. It start off life as a chunk of code behavior complete. So this is a part of OpenStack Poet, but it's a useful tool to install package. So 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 it's so the so here this setup.py install command is installing or installed all these dependencies because I used this PBR with setup tools. That's why. So it's installed. So here you can see it took the new name reg new service from the setup.cfg file. See, it took that. But if you try to import this here, I think it will not work. It should work because that packages attribute I haven't specified here, packages. So I have to specify that packages things here. So let me check how can we specify that packages. See here, this way we can specify packages is equal to, sorry, that's inside, that's the old one, right? In the new one, how to do that? We search packages. Okay, I think we can do like this: files, packages, regservice. So that packages means the name of this folder, the folder where these source codes are reside. Okay, so let me remove that and install it again. Okay, install that, then try to import this. It's getting error, no module. So we remove all these things. rm minus rf new reg new. So I removed everything. Pip, sorry, we need to remove this, right? Yes. Then ls build. Okay, it's working, I think. Control C, Control Z, open Python, that thing again, and put reg new service. It's not working. Is it regservice is only? So it's taking it as a regservice. So that naming, I think it's not working. Packages regservice. So it's using this name. Okay, anyway. So that's then can use uninstall in this way. Okay, then there is couple of other things I forgot to specify. For example, if you run this build for install, there is one require.txt file is there. Require.txt file. And let's build. Okay, this file. Inside this egg file. Okay, first let me remove all those things. So I installed that new red service and rm-rf build and rh new service that file. So I removed everything. Then let me install. So we can see in setup.py file. These are the lines in setup.cfg. These are the things. Okay, then run setup.py build for example. So for that, let me open requirements.txt file. Okay, in requirement.txt file you can see flash.restful and pbr. So let me add one more. For example, net addr. Okay, get. So then let me run python setup.py build. So it's created a build directory. Inside that build, we can see this for files in this folders are copied to here, Then there is, you can see one egg file here. Let me go to that egg file, egg code info file. There you can see one require.txt file. Let me open that. So you can see the same requirements are copied from requirement.txt to that egg file. So things are copied from this file to this file by that pbr. This pbr command is doing that thing. Actually this pbr, this program is doing that thing. It's copying the dependencies from this file to this requires.txt file inside this egg file. There is lot of files are there inside this egg file. Let me go to which one, for example top.txt. then source.txt, that is the name of our files, then pkg info. So there is lot of things are unknown. Metadata version name is there, reg new service version, summary unknown, homepage unknown, author unknown. There is lot of unknown things, platform unknown. So I think with these informations we can pass through setup.cfg file. Okay, then cat not zip safe, there is nothing inside that. Cat dependencies links.txt. Okay, okay, so this way, so I think you got basic idea about how to build a Python project and install using setup tools. So play with setup tools, so you will get more details about how to do that. Okay, thank you for watching this video.